I'm here in the deserts of Arizona to start a 3-day backpacking trip, and it's gonna be wild. There's tons of poisonous animals, the sun is beating down on me, the temperature swings drastically between the daytime and nighttime, and there's minimal water everywhere. But even with all that, I'm looking forward to it. The desert is a beautiful place. I'm not super familiar with the wildlife in Arizona. I'm used to grizzly bears and cougars, but I read that there's a ton of different species of poisonous rattlesnakes, spiders, scorpions, and if I was a rattlesnake, I'd be hanging out next to this bush on this rock, getting my suntan on in this cold morning air. But is that something to be worried about? I don't know. I haven't seen a rattlesnake yet, but we'll see what happens. In case you're wondering, that's Weaver's Needle right there. We're gonna be turning off of the main trail and then taking a connector. You kind of scramble up here, and I think I need to just keep going and gain this little ridge. That was a bit of a bushwhack and some scrambling. Pretty crazy. I thought it was gonna be an established trail, but not really. And the thing with bushwhacking in the desert is that everything is prickly and pokey, so I just got stabbed a billion times. Ooh, that was a little close for comfort with the water. Luckily, found a little bit here. If you're wondering why I'm wearing long sleeve shirt and pants in the desert when it's boiling hot out, there's a few different reasons. The first one being animals. I'm hoping that the long sleeve shirt and pants protect me a little bit from snakes or spiders or scorpions that decide they might want to take a jab at me. The second reason is the sun. The sun is crazy, and both my shirt and pants have UPF ratings, so they protect me from the sun. Definitely is better than having to lather myself up in sunscreen. But I still have sunscreen on my nose and face. And then the third reason is those aforementioned prickly things. Everything here is pokey and it's trying to jab you in the legs, the arms. Like, I've been jabbed in the hands a whole bunch. I have tons of little scratches on me. And I'm gonna get into a little bit more once we get to camp, how those pokey things are a big pain in the butt. So this is an aloe vera plant. Normally you have the green leaves at the bottom here, but every once in a while, it grows a stalk and then flowers. And because that takes up so much energy and its energy reserves, it then dies off completely. So I just made all that up. I had to. Steffi Poo always gives me a hard time for making things up, but 80% chance that that's right. You guys go fact check me. Let me know if that information about the aloe plant is true. Found my campsite for tonight. Beautiful views. And before I get my tent set up, I need to get rid of all these twigs and then really check for little pokey things, because even one little branch with a thorn on it could damage my tent as well as puncture a hole in my sleeping pad.
Good morning. Last night was crazy. The forecast for the overnight temps was for about 10 degrees Celsius or 50 degrees Fahrenheit, but it dropped down to minus 10 degrees Celsius or about 15 degrees Fahrenheit. So that's a huge, huge difference. And my sleep system did not have that kind of buffer built into it. So I had a pretty uncomfortable night. Luckily, still got a little bit of sleep, but I'm a little bit worried because for the place I'm heading to for tonight, the temperature forecast is even lower.
With temperatures dropping so low, there's so much condensation on everything as well. The condensation inside the tent actually froze, but I have to spend a lot of time this morning just drying things out before I hit the trail. Plan for today is to keep heading into this valley, hit a seam in this ridge, head north for a bit, and then do a hard 180 and then follow the base of that big cliff band there for pretty much the whole day. And it looks like there's gonna be some really epic views from there. Those views, eh? Good spot for a snack. Found some flowing water on this trip. For water, I've been using two 1 liter smart water bottles in order to carry my clean water. And then I've been carrying dirty water in a Knock 2 liter bag here. And I can attach my Platypus Quick Draw water filter onto the Knock bag, push water through into my clean smart water bottles. Between this bag and the smart water bottles, I have 4 liters of carrying capacity. Normally I've just been carrying 2 liters of water at a time. Occasionally when I get a little bit anxious about whether there's gonna be water ahead, I'll fill up the 2 liter bladder and then throw that in my bag as well. I think this is a bit of a less used trail. Like everything's growing in a little bit more, and something I didn't realize about the desert is how prickly everything would be. I knew the cacti would be prickly, but like everything, like this shrub right here, prickly, has thorns on it. This little shrub, also prickly. The little things on the ground, also prickly. And I've just been getting beaten up by pokey things. It's pretty brutal. I spent some time drying things out because I think it's going to be quite cold again tonight. I'll let you guys know tomorrow morning how it goes. I'm hoping that this valley that I'm in is a little bit warmer. I'm at lower elevation than yesterday, and the ground just seems drier and everything. So fingers crossed that it doesn't get down to those really cold temperatures. I ran into some other people on trail and they're telling me that they did not experience those crazy temperatures. Dinner for tonight is going to be Mountain House chicken and dumplings. Never had that one before. Pretty excited for it. I'm a little bit worried about tonight. Temperatures just got crazy cold last night, way colder than I expected. Hopefully tonight is a little bit warmer. This valley's at a little bit lower elevation, so I'm hoping that it is warmer because of that, as well as I'm just getting warmer kind of vibes from it. I don't really have any desert instincts to speak of, but that's what my gut's telling me, that it's just going to be a little bit of a warmer spot. I've learned a lot about desert backpacking and camping on this trip. I have all the thorn and needle wounds to prove it, and tomorrow should be another interesting day. We're getting up into higher elevation, hopefully some beautiful views up there, and I think there's no water for all of tomorrow, so I'm going to be carrying all the water that I need, which will make for a very heavy day, but that's okay. I'm really looking forward to it. The desert is awesome and I'm definitely coming back.
Good morning. Got a little bit cold, but not too bad, just below freezing. Gonna get up and get ready for what should be a really awesome day with some crazy good views.